Let go, let go, let go, let go. Oi. Two v one ain't enough, my nigga. PvP tickets recharge, I ain't even know it. Alright. About to finish up Senkaimon. Got to burn a few tickets real quick. Shouldn't take that long. Alright, let me check PvP tickets, man. And these motherfuckers recharge too. Whoa, I'm shocked. Right. I didn't even mean to do that. Turn off my television. I'm gonna need that. I watched Queen Sugar today, man. It's been a whole week. You never die. Think like how the world change. Ooh, you chill, bro. Still loading. And then I'm gonna bring it back like a refund.
New poster! Yes, I got back from Checo yesterday. It was a fun time. I bought a flower. I gotta water it all the time though now, so it sucks. It especially sucks because I gotta water it with fire. Alright, you ever try to water something with fire? It's sort of counterintuitive, but I got a bunch of new posters, so we'll be waiting to choose those. I'm kind of mad though because I did a few Marine Corps videos this past week and I didn't have that thing. But I do now, so we're good. And in fact, actually, this is a really interesting program, okay? If you follow this poster, it actually reveals the hierarchy of clearly stated that else is it? What am I doing today? Oh yeah, I'm doing the Beaver card shit. Yeah, okay. Beaver card number 8, decreed by the Emperor Artor-sama. This is an actual picture of Artor right here. So thanks to him again for the translations. They are amazing. This time we are covering Punk Hazard and Skypiea. Are you ready for awesome new hot news on Enel? Guess what? We're not getting it. It's unfortunate. We got like a little bit of stuff on Enru, but nothing like no new information on like the future of his character or anything like that, like where he's at right now or anything. But hey, we did get some other cool stuff, so let's go into it here. We're going to start off with Punk Hazard characters, so of course we're going to start off with the star of the Punk Hazard arc, really. Caesar Clown, right? So Caesar, here's the thing. The first main point about Caesar is that about his devil fruit, okay, the Gasu no Mi. And we already kind of assumed this. Like, it depends on the individual that gets the devil fruit powers on how, adept they're going to be at using it. Like, somebody that trains with their devil fruit a lot obviously is going to get better at it over time, like Luffy. Luffy didn't really understand the complexities of rubber or elasticity, before he ate the Gamu no Mi. With Luffy, it's more of just like trial and error. Plus, he's had his
Chris?
powers
How you
for
doing,
12
bro?
years, so that's a lot of time to try to figure out exactly how your body moves with that kind of power, right? But obviously, if somebody were to eat the Gamu no Mi that had better knowledge of like, okay, this is how rubber actually works, then you would probably be able to get the leg up on stuff. You might come to the conclusion of Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd and Gear 4th much earlier than Luffy. So that's kind of the same thing with the Gasu no Mi. It's a Logia, and it's that Caesar is pretty much like the best person to consume that fruit, because as a scientist, as a chemist, he knows all about like different gases and substances and chemicals and everything, so he can really utilize that fruit to the fullest. Kind of the same deal with the Api no Mi. If somebody without medical knowledge consumes the Api no Mi, yeah, they might be able to trial and error, like figure out exactly how things work as a surgery human. Like, oh, I can use a scalpel and move things around. But Law, being a surgeon, he can take full advantage of everything with that. Because he knows where all your critical arteries are and everything, and he can just like grab you and just pop out an organ. Like, if you don't have an intimate knowledge of anatomy, then, you can still use that fruit for crazy effects. I'm imagining somebody without medical knowledge eating the Api no Mi and just randomly figuring out all the wacky shit you can do with it. Like, one day they're just screwing around with their fruit, like, holy shit, I can summon electricity! But Law, that's probably one of the first things he thought of, as being raised by a doctor and growing up, with that disease and everything, being all around, like, medical textbooks and everything. I'm imagining, within the first few months or a year or so after consuming the Api no Mi, Law was thinking, like, okay, well, in an operating room, you have defibrillators. Maybe I can use a defibrillator. Oh, shit, I can. All right. There's radiation knives and stuff. Maybe I can do that, too. So, yeah, it really comes down to the kind of devil fruit you're eating, sure, but also, your knowledge of that, that type when you're consuming it. Knowledge of gases is just going to make the gas fruit even stronger, right? So, he worked with Vegapunk and Judge. I know it was obviously stated he worked with Vegapunk, and it was also stated that Judge worked with Vegapunk, but I don't think we ever really saw like a flashback scene of all three of them working together. Maybe we did see that at one point. During Whole Cake Island, Judge and Caesar were aware of each other's existence, which makes sense in the timeline. I'm just thinking back to maybe like one flashback scene we never got to see. I'm thinking back to like flashbacks of Punk Hazard. I don't think we saw like, I think Judge might have left Vegapunk.
Can we get that Whopper what?
Because that was only 4 years ago when
Mukbang?
and Caesar were working together on Punk Hazard.
Mukbang? What is that?
That occurred that was totally Vegapunk.
After I beat Senkaimon, I plan to do live reaction
but yeah, we might
for One Punch Man, and then I do one for Basilisk.
Judge, Caesar, and Vegapunk all working.
I only gotta do Forging, and then
Maybe that's how they got their
extra
start.
Forging.
Maybe they went to science college together. There's science college in One Piece, right? Yeah, he was, okay, get this. Big shocker about Caesar's character designs, okay? He was designed to look like a clown. Yeah, no, not just any clown, a Period clown, which are very, very sad clowns. They're the sad kind of clown. Remember that episode of Powerpuff Girls?
Oh, I can do that. Not a Whopper, though. I'm actually about to make some hot dogs right now.
Not Mr. Mime, the mime from Pokemon, the mime from,
heat up
thing,
some
whatever the hell.
pre-cooked
God, it's
hot
still
dog. Heat
terrifying
them
to
up
this
on the
day.
stove.
But yeah, that kind of reminds that. Also, that really sad Cyanide and Happiness short, La Comédie, that was also one that was really just the saddest clown in existence right there, right? But yeah, he was designed after clowns. Makes sense. He's Caesar Clown. Okay. So I'm curious about what happened in his past, though, to lead him down that line. That's a little weird, you know. Just like one day, did he just wake up like he's a scientist and he just
Rate your
did he just
account.
go mad?
What's your player ID, bruh?
Like, well, I'm a mad scientist now, so I need to have some sort of design to make myself rather eccentric and insane. So all the good designs are taken. The Joker design is already taken. I guess I'm just going to, you know, paint my face and just do this Period clown thing, and I'll just make that my shtick from now on. I'm like, all right, legally changed his name to Caesar Clown. All right. So next we have Monet, and Monet, pretty awesome. Although her original design was not as sensual as this, you know. No, her original design was basically a centaur, which made sense considering all the other like followers of Caesar, like her brown beard, which by the way is his real name here. And, okay, whatever. But brown beard and all of the servants at Hazard, you know, they were swapped out with like animal bodies with law, and so that's why they were all centaurs. And so it would make sense that Monet would also be a centaur, like the boss of all of them, right? But that design was scrapped in favor of a sexy, busty
ASMR video? What's that?
I'm fine with that. I feel like Oda has to maybe meet a quota for each arc. Like every arc has to be a new hot female character introduced in some way. Of course, you know, Punk Hazard, we have Monet. Fishman Island, we had Shirahoshi. We had Viola and Rebecca in Dressrosa. That was a long arc, so we needed 2 of them. Then we have Carrot and Wanda and Zoe, Komurasaki or Hiyori and Wano. So there's like a quota. So maybe Oda was going through his character designs in Punk Hazard, and he was like, man, I have an intro. Okay, we have to change this one character around. So we find out a few things about Monet. She was picked up by Doflamingo 13 years ago. So she would have been 17 years old at the time. And she also has her younger sister Sugar with her at this point as well. We don't really know much about her past, like where they grew up, but you know they were probably not, you know, living a very happy existence. Most of the past of the Doflamingo family usually revolves around them living in poverty.
That's not no damn player ID. That's your in-game name.
By the world government. That's why
player ID numbers.
By the world government? I was screwed over by the world government. Come on, you know, come with me, join my family. So at this point, when I was 17 years old, Sugar was only 9. Now remember, Sugar consumed the Hobby no Mi at age 10, so she's forever biologically age 10. And it was also stated at this time, Monet consumed her fruit as well. So I'm figuring, you know, Doflamingo found them wherever part of the world they were hanging out in.
My bad.
And then, like, a year later, you know, when Sugar would have been 10 and Monet would have been 18, that's when they got their hands on the Yuki no Mi and the Hobby no Mi. I like to think they consumed their fruits at the same time, you know, and so that's how she got her powers and got the ability of Eternal Youth and to turn people into toys. And to make contracts with those people so they can't do anything against her will. Oh, and also to erase memories. Yeah, the Hobby no Mi is pretty fucking broken, if I have to say so myself. But anyway, also it goes into a little bit of detail about.
Chill out, Pop 3v1. Like, chill out, bro.
Logia, because if you fight her and you don't have any protection against the cold, or if you don't have Haki or anything, or if you're not Zoro, basically it's just getting caught in a blizzard. And Monet really, I mean, when she was fighting against Tashigi and Zoro, she was like an enclosed space, like the Biscuits room, right? And she had her wings, and she was going all Yuki Onna, like with the giant mouth, like, I'm gonna devour you! And there's a blizzard in the entire room. But honestly, this fruit would work really well with just hit-and-run tactics, especially in an enclosed environment like that. I mean, if you have observation Haki, you could tell where she is, but if you don't have that, you could basically just be wandering and get caught in a blizzard, and no matter where you move, you're never going to get out of the blizzard, because she can turn into snow. So she can literally turn into snow and just keep this giant dome of just blizzard out, you know, around you at all times. Eventually, your body temperature would drop. You'd start to not be able to think too well. You'd start to get hazy. You'd start to get frostbite, hypothermia, and you'd just pass out and die. So, I mean, once again, if you have observation, you'd know instantly where she was. But if you didn't, you'd be screwed. Monet, I mean, she was fighting against Tashigi and Zoro, who both had observation, so maybe that's why she had to go a little bit more direct with it. And she also maybe didn't have time until their bodies got worn down from the snow and from the blizzard. She had to make sure that in them was
I ain't stressed, bro. What you talking about?
Yeah, pretty
tired.
fruit. And the thing is, it's not confirmed she's dead, but it does state, like, yeah, she was stabbed in the heart by Caesar, which, okay, I mean, like, I think she's dead. I think that was pretty definitive that she was dead. But what happened to her fruit? Because that's a big question. You could always say kind of the same thing would happen with Smiley. You know, he had the axolotl fruit, he exploded, and then the fruit got reincarnated in that apple, but then that immediately got covered up by the Shinokuni, the petrification gas, and so no one's probably ever going to find that again. If they do find it to be a miracle, right? Something maybe similar could have happened with the Yuki no Mi. Monet could have died, and well, I think she definitely did die, and then the fruit reincarnated. People have been saying that it might have reincarnated on the Mikan trees on the Sunny, because those were the nearest fruits. But you don't know. Maybe the nearest fruit, maybe there was a kitchen on Punk Hazard, which there pretty much had to be, and it got reincarnated in one of those fruits in the kitchen, and then the petrification gas took over, and then it's just a wrecked, facility, especially since After Law destroyed it. So, it's possible we might never get to see Yuki no Mi again. But my personal preference would be it got on the Mikan trees, they just haven't noticed yet, and then Carrot ends up getting it, and Snow Bunny. So, I would like that. Alright, so what else about Monet? Blah, blah, blah. I don't think... Oh, she didn't have a bounty, and this also goes along with Virgo. Now, it made sense for Virgo, because he was an undercover Marine for a lot of his life. So, okay, it made sense why he wouldn't have a bounty. But Monet must have also just stayed under the radar for as long as she did. Maybe she's one of the more shadowy executives in the Doflamingo family, so the government really didn't know about her too much. Working undercover with Virgo, and then Caesar. Caesar had a bounty because he escaped capture, on a government ship. He was on the government payroll, they arrested him, and then he got away. So they were fully aware of Caesar's existence, but Monet is sort of just like a shadowy character. But, yeah, she's dead now, so that sucks. Yeah, she's very farsighted, so that's why she had to wear the big giant nerd glasses, which I still think she looks cute even with them, so that was nice. But yeah, that's Monet. Going on to Virgo, okay, so we get a lot of shit involving Virgo's, timeline, okay? So Virgo and Doflamingo are the same age, okay? They are both 41 years old right now. They were 39 before the time skip, okay? So, when he was the first Corazon, he was young. He was 10 years old, the same as Doflamingo. So, he had that position up until 17 years ago. So at that point, he would have been 24. So he held the position of Corazon from 10 years old all the way up till 24. At that time, he passed it over to...
Man, it's going to be hard to stay up to a reset. Something with y'all. I want to try to do it. Y'all know I don't normally do that bullshit.
After that, when he was 25 years old, same age as me, he left the family to begin his deep cover operation. A year after that, when he was 26 years old, he enlisted in the Marines, so there's probably some build-up to that. He had to go away for a year and maybe figure out his plan and everything. I mean, I don't know. He couldn't just hop from the Doflamingo family to the Marines after a day. So it took a year for him to build up that stuff. I can't even imagine, because this is like a long game sort of thing that they were planning here. I mean, Doflamingo probably was like, oh man, having an in-man in the Marines would be insanely useful. So Virgo might have left the family and then spent that year living as a regular civilian. That was step one. Step one was just, all right, I'm going to leave the family, make up a whole backstory for myself, where I came from, where I'm going, travel the Grand Line, find just a regular island, live on that island for a year as just a normal civilian, befriend
Doofy! Doofy! Hey, Doofy!
at that point, go and join the Marines.
Doofy!
I don't have to worry about, maybe there's going to be a background check, but they would be like, oh yeah, that guy, he lived here for a year, he's such a nice guy, and he'd be like, oh yeah, let him join the Marines. That's how far back they check the background, but hey, Virgo and Dopey were planning this for a long time, which is they most assuredly were. I'm sure they thought about all these things. So, he joined the Marines at age 25, at age 26, and then a year after that, at age 27, is when he was able to enlist in G5. He requested the transfer, okay? So, I'm not exactly sure how that went down. I think what the rank was when he decided to transfer to G5, or did he let everybody transfer? So I can't imagine if you were seeming recruit, the rank and everything was you get to decide on anything where you get stationed, okay? Maybe after, just look at what Kobe, after 1 year, after 2 years in the Marines, he's already a captain. So in the One Piece world, this tends to speed up depending on your skill. So he might have already achieved lieutenant rank after a year and been like, okay, well, you get to transfer wherever you want. And he chose G5, which is in the new Yeah, like Monet, his face isn't specified, but it mentions that he's called. I think Virgo and Monet are dead. It's just Monet is more interesting because she had a devil fruit. Virgo didn't. Although he was rather ripped. I will give it to Virgo. He works out. He's like, I work out. I'm Virgo. It also has a little bit mentioned here about his armament hockey. He had rather impressive armament hockey, except for the fact he got sliced in half by Law. See, Virgo started off a trend where it was like, you never go full armament hockey. Because everybody that goes full armament hockey in this series, like Mika and Virgo, immediately get taken down, usually in one hit. You know, like Law slices Virgo in half and then slices him up into little pieces and then tacks him to the side of a railing. And then, you know, Pika goes full armament and Zoro just slices him down in one hit. So after a while, you just start to like, maybe this full armament thing isn't such a great technique, right? We talk about the Marines British G5 itself, just like all the people that were there and just, you know, like a general idea here. Smoker was the leader of the first unit. He is now the leader of the entire base because Virgo was, you know, defeated by Law.
Igure.
Squads in G5. And we've only seen two. We saw Smoker Squad Unit 1, which was Smoker, Tashigi, and all the G5 Marines we see at Punk Hazard. And then Unit 6 was led by Yarisugi. And Yarisugi was this dude. He's a Commodore, bit of an asshole, actually a huge
Did you 10-3 that mind Kisuke yet, Arya?
the townsfolk would come to him and be like, our children are missing, please, can you search for them? And he'd be like, get the hell out of my sight. Are you saying we can't do our job? We look for your kids and they're dead. And yeah, but they were playing in the backyard and then all of a sudden you said they died at sea. It just seems a little bit, that's what happened, so get out of my sight. You know, I'm the Marine, I told you what happened, you know? It happens all the time, really. 1 second children are playing Foursquare, the next they're getting eaten by sharks. Seen it all the time, you know? So, yeah, the parents were a little bit, like, you know, upset about that in the whole G5 phase, right? But, of course, Virgo was in the whole thing, so, I mean, he might have told Yarisugi, like, oh, yeah, they died at sea, whatever. It was confirmed. So he just got mad at the townsfolk. But still, rather unbecoming of Virgo. Oh, next we get the Yeti Cool Brothers, who are the coolest characters in all of Punk Hazard, really. I love you, Caesar. I love you, Monet. Virgo is Ant for me, but I like the Yeti Cool Brothers, okay? So, I made a video a few weeks back about Punk Hazard for Geography is Everything, and I mentioned the Yeti Cool Brothers, and I was thinking, like, okay, they're like abominable snowmen that just exist. And I'm like, maybe they were experiments that Caesar was screwing around with, because Caesar was messing around with the gigantification, and he has this lab, and he's a mad scientist, and he's a sad clown, and all of a sudden you have these Yetis out of nowhere. I'm like, alright, well maybe he experimented on them, and that's what they were failures in the gigantification experiment or whatever. It doesn't turn out to be the case. It actually turns out that they are an unknown subspecies of giant. I'm just going to call them the Yetis. You know, okay. And here's the thing that really shocked me, okay? They are taller than
Let me look at your
orcs.
account too, Morty.
And it's funny, even Artur puts in here
Do it
like
right
a
now,
caveat,
bro.
like, they are taller than oars. Yes, I am not kidding about this. I was shocked as well. Oars was 40 meters, Oars Jr. was 39 meters. Both Rock and Scotch, they're twins, they were born the same day, they're the same height, they have the same bounty, and they are 42.5 meters tall. So, the heights in One Piece are going like crazy, right? It's just like characters you never thought were that big. Because you look back at Oars and you're like, man, Oars was this huge giant. I mean, granted, Oars was probably a lot heavier because he was like rather round, you know, he had a pot belly. But, you know, Rock and Scotch are much more lankier, kind of like monkeys. And that makes sense because their original design was supposed to be more like Yetis, but more like monkey Yetis, like gorilla kind of Yetis. One of which actually had a bow tie and a cane, like kind of like Magilla Gorilla. So, honestly, I think that would have been way neater if we saw the Yeti Cool Brothers not as these like lanky, you know, giants with some fur on them and their like faces obscured, but like these giant like
some
King
good
Kong
characters
apes wearing fancy monkey attire. Like, ooh, cool, come on, brother, let's go capture the straw.
A nice
like,
Gil
that would
score.
be cool, right?
10 seat though, you don't play the game. And there's story mode. Oh,
we also got what their faces looked like a while ago in something called the Dive to Grand World. Never saw this, but just in case you were like me and you missed this part, this is what Rock and Scotch's face actually looked like. Now, Rock, I believe, is the one that has the gas mask on. No, Stotch is the one that has the gas mask, so we never see his face. But considering they're twins and they have the same exact height and the same exact bounty and everything else, I'm imagining they both look exactly the same. So Rock's face looks like an Easter Island head statue. Fun fact, is one of the places I actually want to visit. I want to go to that island and see those statues. I know at the end of the day they're just rocks, but they look cool, and I want to go see those damn statues. But yeah, like the Moe statues from Easter Island.
Yeah, no problem,
so that's pretty cool. That's what their faces look like. They're
Oh
always
my god, I
obscured
didn't
in
hurry up
silhouette.
and get confirmed because I need a new
Stotch,
item for my
who's
team.
wearing the gas
What team?
mask,
PvP?
we never get to see even his gas mask. They're the tops of their faces are always in silhouette, wherever scene they're in. So whatever. But yeah, they were pretty cool. My favorite part of this,
Truth be told, we never had a PvP item.
every week we record, we find out the character's favorite foods. I never mention it because it's usually not relevant. It's just interesting.
Shit crazy.
Trivia fact. But you want to guess what Stotch and Rock's favorite foods are? Okay. Well, Rock's favorite food isn't even really a food. It's whiskey. Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Stotch's favorite food is Stotch. That's kind of obvious, you know, but also eggs. Do you get it? I'll take a whiskey on the rocks, and I'll take a Stotch egg. Damn it, Oda! You are a mad genius! I'm done. I'm done. It's over. It's done. Boom! Tell them. Okay, so that's everything on the Yeti Cool Brothers. They also, by the way, have that rare blood type that has SRH negative blood type.
Get clap negative, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I don't know if blood types are going to play a role in what people can. It's like really only fish man.
Can't tell me nothing.
But I think we covered most of the argument. So Brownbeard, his real name is Chadros Healy's. Chadros, so just call him Shad, I guess, for short. Now, it's a combination of Chiro in Japanese.
Your boy
Brownbeard, Chiro, Chadros. Okay, fine. He is monstrously tall. He is 6.91 meters of height. Also, Buffalo is also really tall.
You fight PvP for a while.
By the way,
Yeah, with Chappies though, not how he's supposed to be. They weren't using him how K-Lab built him. That's different. You can use pretty much anybody in PvP with Chappies.
6, Brownbeard is 6.91, so he's slightly taller than Brownbeard, but still, yeah, it's characters you never thought were as big. I mean, you had a pretty good idea Buffalo was a big guy, because you see him in the air, and, you know, Baby Five's on his back, and she's relatively the regular height of a regular adult woman. So, you know, he's like this huge guy, and so it makes sense, but damn. So that's pretty much everything for Brownbeard.
Fuck no, nigga. I still got fucking what, 25 floors to go?
Dragon, not that dragon, this dragon. This is actually dragon number 13. That's its actual name. And it was actually given that name
Should
by
take long though, because she got most of the stronger characters.
So I made a video
It's not
about
45
how
minutes, man.
the world government seems to have this obsession with dragons.
Yeah,
It was
fuck off.
mentioned in a magazine article a while back. And you start thinking, like, their symbol is the hoof of the celestial dragon. So maybe at one point, way back during the Void Century, the world government, the nobles, had dragons, like riding around on dragons, and that's why the whole world feared them, because they could just nuke their islands from, you know, the sky if they really pissed them off. But yeah, the Game of Thrones idea is the dragons slowly, like, inbred, and they, you know, got to the point where they were just these sickly beings, and then just ended up dying off. Maybe something similar happened in the One Piece world, right? But the world nobles are really obsessed with dragons to kind of probably reclaim their lost glory. So they got Vegapunk, like, hey, Vegapunk,
no,
could you
nigga,
maybe,
wait.
make us a dragon or two, you know, like something like that. Like, and so Vegapunk, I guess, worked at it for 13 different experiments until he finally got one that worked. 12 experiments until he got to the 13th. This dragon, which was rather impressive as a dragon, until Zoro decapitated the poor thing. That sucks. But then we had another dragon, a green one, which came after the 13th dragon. I'm assuming dragon specimens 1 through 12, they were failures. Like, they didn't even make it to, like, maybe they made it to, like, the embryo stage or, like, the baby stage, and then they just broke. You know, they didn't get far enough. This was the first dragon to become a fully grown, actual, something that you can look at and you see immediately. That's a damn dragon, alright? That's Kaido right there.
Wow.
As for the green dragon, call it dragon number 14 or 15, I don't know. But it was a lot more ferocious than the first dragon was. And I don't know what happened to that green one. I think the green one still survived. Not sure. But yeah, that's dragon number 13. Baby Five and Buffalo. Yeah, they both have really shitty backstories. Now, we already kind of got a little bit of Baby Five's backstories. She grew up in a place called Twin Village, derived from Kuanai, which means can't ease. So, it's a village awash in poverty. And what happened with her, of course, that's actually one of the more sadder, One Piece backstories. I mean, I know we get a lot of really sad ones, but Baby Five's is, she's a little girl, and then her mother just takes her out into a, forest, abandons her, and keeps saying, like, you're useless, you're never going to be any good for anybody. Her mother might have probably she either had some maybe mental disorder or the poverty and a hunger maybe drove her to madness or something, so she treated her own daughter. And then because of that, even after being taken in by Doflamingo, she developed this complex where she doesn't seem useful to everybody she encounters, regardless of the person, regardless if she knows them or if they're a stranger or an enemy, or what the request is. Like some random street rat out of the gutter can just come up to her and be like, "Marry me, Baby Five," and she's like, "Oh, you need me, okay." And so, yeah, that's messed up, And of course, right now she's married to Sai, so everything seems to be going good there. But yeah, Baby Five's backstory pretty depressing, but I think Buffalo's is actually worse. Strap in for this, kids. All right, Buffalo's backstory. All right, so he grew up on an island that was run by the world government, but as you know, not every island run by the world government has the same government body itself. And some of them are more of a monarchy, or Dressrosa, ruled by a king or queen. Some of them seem to be more like a democracy, like Water 7 is under the world government, and yet they elect like a mayor to rule over their city. So, yeah, it seems like, the world government lets them, you can choose your own government system, if it wants to be a monarchy, an oligarchy, or a democracy, or a republic, whatever you want to do, fine, just keep in mind that the world government's the one that calls the shots. So you can play around in your own backyard, whatever you want to do, however you want to make your laws. But when the world government tells you to do something, you gotta do it. If we tell you to pay your taxes, and contribute, you gotta do it. So,
Fuck.
grew up in was ruled over by the world government, but it happened to be a
You fucking up my hands, man.
dictatorship. So oppressive, by the way, that they basically told the citizens, yeah, if you're short on money this month, just how about abandoning your kids in the sewers? That way you get to save money. I'm imagining, that's horrible. I'm imagining, this is some freaky 1984 dystopian future where Buffalo grew up, right? And where, Big Brother gets on the television screen every morning and they're like, "Citizens of our great and glorious nation, I know it might be tough sometimes having enough money to eat. So here are some government-recommended solutions to this problem. Eat less. That way, you won't waste as much food. Steal other people's food. Abandon your children in the sewer. That way, you don't have to feed them." Seems like a good solution, right? It's kind of like a very extreme example of. I don't know if the Chinese government still does this, but in China, it's like that, one child per family policy. So it's because China already has a lot of problems with overpopulation. They're the most populated country. So it's each family can only have one kid. And so a lot of times, that's why if they have a girl, they'll actually, put them up for adoption because boys are preferable in China. I'm not sure if they still do this practice, though, but I have heard about this, right?
So eat it right now.
That to, an extreme example, not even putting a limit on having kids. This government's apparently oh, no, have kids, but then just abandon them. I'm like, so there's, in the land Buffalo grew up, and I don't think we get a name of his island. No, we don't get a name of his island or his kingdom. But there's a sewer where, imagine, all of the kids just live there and just grow up in the sewers of this land, just living off of the refuse of the upper realm. They become like the Chuds or something, these cannibalized human underground dwellers. Just you ever watch Venture Brothers? That episode of Venture Brothers where Rusty falls down underneath the compound, and they're those they used to be kids, but they grew up into adults, and they've just been living down there their entire lives. Basically like that, So I don't know how the hell Doflamingo found him in those conditions, but he did. And he brought him back to Spider Miles in the north. Now keep in mind, Spider Miles not much better than a sewer. It's a giant landfill, and it's filled with like smoke and smog and everything. It's just a refuse heap, but it's at least better than the country he lived in. And compared to that, it was a paradise. So if a trash heap is a paradise, you can pretty much figure the situation that Buffalo had to live in, and a lot of other places there too. And that country might still be like that. That seems like a country that the revolutionaries should
Fuck
be
you,
bumping up
G-Meister.
pretty soon. Maybe they did already, but
Hot dog.
backstories with Bebe 5 and Buffalo. Next, we get some hot news on Kinemon and Momonosuke. By the way, Momonosuke, he is a short little runt. He's like 3 feet 7 inches or something like that. Ridiculously small. Now, granted, he's 8 years old, and I don't remember how small I was when I was 8. I don't think I remember being like that old and 4 feet in the swimming pool. I couldn't go into that area, so I might have been as short. Momonosuke is probably about, when he's 25, he might be my height as well, like a good 5'5.5". Short kind of kid. So we get a little bit about Kinemon, but nothing crazy. We find out it's confirmed that his devil fruit is the Fuku no Mi, or the clothing fruit, but we already pretty much knew that. Nothing really else about Kinemon. He's a confirmed observation and armament hockey user. Okay. Now, Momo, voice of all things. So this is probably the biggest piece of info we get out of the entire paper card here. Okay. So he can use observation, and it sounds like he can use the voice of all things. However, it might be further developed than Luffy's is, because here was the problem I always had with this. Luffy and Momo could both hear Zunisha's voice on Zoe, right? Okay, fair enough. But Momo could talk back and actually communicate with Zunisha. Luffy can only hear it. And he even says this. Like, that's actually like a word verbatim line. Luffy says, all I can do is hear. You know, all I can do is hear. I can't
That's a damn lie.
understand what I say, right? So I always assumed that, okay, maybe what Momo has is a special, like, connection because he's a Kozuki to Zunisha. Alright, it's something different than the voices of all things, but because Luffy has the voices of all things, he can still overhear the conversation. Here, it seems to imply that it's all tying back to the voice of all things. It's just that Momo's
It mean
skill is
Gagey,
better
Meister.
than Luffy's, so he
Like
can
suspect.
communicate. It's also implied later because we get Isa's, the little girl, Skypea, that could, she had observation as well, the mantra. It's also implied that, like, the voice of all things is just the apex of observation, okay? And in a situation maybe with, like, Roger and Luffy, because there's so many parallels between Roger and Luffy, maybe it's a skill that they can unlock eventually, but they didn't get it from birth. From Momo and Isa's perspective, it really does seem like they had the voice of all things as soon as they were born, okay? And Luffy did as well, but it's just, it's a little bit different. Because, yeah, he was able to, like Momo was able to speak to Zunisha, Luffy was. So, yeah, I mean, it's probably, I like to think that Luffy might get to the point eventually where he can have a conversation with these things, like, because remember back when Roger was under the ocean? Roger could hear the voices of the Sea King. Roger spoke back to them, they didn't respond. But later on, when we see the Sea Kings in Fishman Island arc, it's like, oh no, they remember Roger. They could, hear Roger's voice. They just chose not to respond. So I think eventually Luffy might get it to that point. If it really is just like it's observation hockey, it's just like the highest level.
Bro, where's that from? Is that from Keenan and Kel or the Wayne Brothers show?
But there also might be certain lineages, certain family lines that are just predisposed to having this skill. Isa makes sense. She was a Shandorian, and we also find out connections to Shandoria and Wano here. And also Momo is a Kozuki. So, yeah, that makes sense why they might just be genetically born with that ability to hear and speak back, and they can understand, like, both ways, right? So, yeah, for right now, I'm going to be putting the voice of all things in that top-level observation department. If that's the situation with observation, maybe there's a type of armament hockey that goes beyond the vulcanization, goes beyond that, like, shockwave hockey, and there's a kind of hockey that even Rayleigh couldn't.
When you had dream.
Because Rayleigh couldn't hear the voices of all things. Rayleigh was an observation hockey master, and he still couldn't hear the voices that Roger was hearing. So that's what I say. It's probably related to observation, but it's like Conquerors. It's like, only a few people are predisposed to have it. Maybe with this ability, it's like even more limited than that. You know, because even Rayleigh had conquerors, but he couldn't hear the Sea Kings or anything. So, yeah, but there definitely does seem to be a direct connection between observation hockey and this voices stuff. So, yeah, it's still back to the mystery with that. Also, originally, Momo was supposed to be afraid of heights. I don't know where that would have fit into the story. I'm kind of glad Oda didn't include that, though, because that seemed like something that might just bog down the story after a while. Like, I'm afraid of heights. Like, okay. We get on to Isa here. Isa, of course, being the little Shandorian girl, you know, and she was actually originally supposed to be a teenage boy, and I can kind of see that. I can kind of see the teenage boy going back to another Game of Thrones reference, like a Bran Stark kind of character. You know, like she's really adept at observation, so she can see everything going around her. Kind of like Bran. You know, he's like, I'm just sitting here in one spot, and just like I imagine Isa as this teenage boy sitting in a hut, just like I can sense the life force of everyone in the sky. I could see it, but I'm not really sure why Oda decided to change it to a little girl, but either way, I think it would work just fine. Mantra was originally supposed to be called Tazuna, which uses the kanji for rain. Mantra's literal translation in the kanji is mind broke, so you can see where Oda was going at with that, what the original basis for that was. Yeah, given her advanced form of observation, she was able to hear the voices of everyone from all over the island. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything with Isa. Now, moving on to the Shandorian warriors. So we talk about Wiper first. By the way, just before we get into that, Wiper was a badass. You know, it's been a long time since we've seen Wiper, but let's not forget how much of a badass Wiper was. Showing up, smoking a cigarette, that guy was awesome, alright? I want to see him again, but anyway. Yeah, Wiper. So we're talking about his Sea Prism Stone skates. This was a little weird because they're living in the sky. There's no sea prism in the sky. It was stated that when the water of the ocean on the blue sea evaporates, because sea stone exists, there's that chemical pyrobrine, which evaporates, and that creates the consistency of sea cloud. But unless the knock-up stream shoots up a deposit of sea prism, it's not going to naturally exist in the sky, and yet Wiper has it. So I think this is mostly Artor's theory, but I go along with this 100% because this makes a lot of sense. Because the Shandorian city, remember, the Shandorians started on the moon, and the Skypians and the Brickens ended up in the sky. The Shandians ended up on the blue sea. They founded Jaya. They started the Shandorian city, and then the city fell. But at some point, during the Void Century, which I think the city fell right after the Void Century ended, you know, but it existed long before that. It existed like 1,100 years ago. They were entrusted with a poneglyph, and we know the Kozuki clan created the poneglyph. So right there, there's a connection between Wano and Shandoria, or Shandora, the Golden City. You know, Kozukis, maybe they were friends of the Shandians, and they got to know them, and they gave them that, you know, the poneglyph back when the city was thriving, and then the city fell into ruin, but of course the poneglyph, you know, can survive, you know, an undetermined amount of time, it can't be broken, and then the city got shot into the sky, so the poneglyph ended up in the sky, so it was really, really random how this poneglyph traveled, but it eventually ended up in the sky. And it was also stated here, the true purpose of the poneglyph was to lead Gold D. Roger to his destination. Now, I don't think they were, I mean, who knows? They might have had somebody back in the past that could
Kone is who I want, man.
Toki no Mi, or have some clairvoyance, like, I see into the future that no matter
what did we get? Team Effect buff. Kone and Tokinada?
Might have been
same team?
like that, or it could have just been like, we need to keep these poneglyphs in these locations. So somebody, they didn't know it was going to be Roger specifically, but somebody was eventually going to find them. But seemingly from this statement, it's like, no, they expect, like they fortune told that Roger was going to exist at some point, and he was going to find it, and it's very important that he did. So, and of course he did, so that's good. So it followed the plan.
Who's that, you, Michael?
It's a little weird. Yeah, some connection to Wano. And
my hair growing back. This note's not looking good.
Let's see. Kalgura is
can y'all see it?
User of observation. Okay.
Probably a little bit.
Let's see. Blah blah blah. You know, there's just some stuff about Kalgura and Nolan's relationship. Like if Nolan didn't save the island back when he did, then Wiper would have never been born. So that's cool. That the whole existence is predicated on Nolan and Kagura's friendship, essentially. Which that backstory is one of the best ones in One Piece as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of things about Rocky, you know, But not so many things. Okay, so now moving on to the priests. Now, we don't find out too much about the priests. Less than I expected, so that's kind of disappointing. So first talking about Eneru, he also has like top level observation, but it's a little bit different. He doesn't have the ability to hear the voices of all things. His observation is so high spec because he already had observation, but then he got a devil fruit, the Gora Gora no Mi, that just amplified it. Sort of like radar is the example they use in the chapter. Also think of it as just like a radio tower, you know. So he has observation, but he can use his electricity to like supercharge it, so he can hear anything that anybody's saying about him in the entire sky, and like dozens of
Cattle probably like 300, bro. 400. Creature.
So that's why his
He ain't human.
Is better, not because he can hear the voices or anything. It's not the same as Ice's. So moving on now to what he saw in the sky. It talks about how he stumbled upon that mural that depicts the city of Bricka, which was the name of the city on the moon, which was also the name of his homeland. But then all the Vivara card says is, oh, how are these two connected? Oh, damn it, I forgot to include... That sucks. I was going to keep that here the entire time instead of this fire flower. But yeah, I forgot to do it. Yeah, I got the Vivara card. This is the first, this is the first pack, but I finally got them in the mail, so, yeah, that was cool. I was going to use that for this video, but I just kind of forgot. But oh well, the fire flower is cool too. Get that up here. We're almost done now at this point. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. So, yeah, that's all we get. It's like, what's the connection between the two? I'm like, I don't know, but I would like if you told us. You know, that's all we got. Having amassed an army of soldiers on the moon, he prepares to make his next move. What could it mean? Eneru's coming back at some point. I think that's guaranteed that that's going to happen. I don't think he's just, no, I'm just going to stay up here on the moon with my automaton army and just chill, feeling cute. Might invade Earth later, it might not. I don't know. I'm Eneru, bitch. Do what I want. You know, so that's basically with Eneru there. He attacks anything he sees. He's a cold-blooded killer. You know, we already saw that when he fought against the freaking... It's like, hey, there are space pirates. Aliens exist. Whatever, I'm going to shock them, you know, with 1.21 gigawatts. Satori, we know Satori, Hatori, and Katori are all twins. We can figure that. They were born the same day. Well, they're triplets. And they all use Monster Up fine. And as for the other members of the priests, I mean, we don't really find out anything about Shura or Geratsu, really, outside of just, like, their favorite foods and stuff. Like, I think Owen's favorite food is, like, sky shark. It's all sky shark and sky fish delicacies, because, of course, it's the sky. But we do get to see Owen without his glasses on, so... that's something. And that's pretty much everything we got. The next pack, we're going to be getting some Frankie action. Super. As well as some Doflamingo.
It was hot dogs and chips.
We already got a lot of
Gone.
family. We got Baby Five, we got Virgo, we got Monet and Buffalo and everybody. But we still have like Lao G and Gladys and everybody to find out about Shola. So there's a lot more characters to talk about during the Dressrosa pack coming out next month. Yeah, and we also get some Paramount War GX extra characters. Those aren't going to be a lot of characters. Those will be just some background characters, probably just like one or two lines of information on them, but still cool to have.
A whole lot of water.
Alabasta GX characters as well. So, yeah, that'll be cool. We get some Foxy info as well, but, you know, at that point. So anyway, thanks to Artor for the translation once again. Thanks you guys for watching. What was your favorite piece? In that you had to have Algebra 2 in order to graduate. So, I knew a lot of, like, my one friend had Algebra 2 sophomore year. And then junior year they had calculus, and then by senior year they're taking college with calculus. And I'm like, fuck that. So, you know, math and me never got along. I did the bare minimum. So, senior year, I did Algebra 2, and I got it done. Hated math.
Fell in love with math.
Me and math, we didn't get along. Now, geography.
Alright, hi, bro.
Geography class. We had like history.
I wish I was.
Probably, maybe when I finished with the Zombokto one, I don't know. We'll see. Here's my favorite straw hat, Ferranque. How does high school in the U.S. work? Just took all those classes back to back. I mean, it's probably different depending on if you live in certain states or whatever, but it's 4 years, and there's a set my cool photos, and I went one up on that. I saw the sexy anime photos of the anime, of the black hole. Also, I forgot to say one more thing about Senkai. I actually have this. I have this in the video today, but I'll show it to you again. This is really cool. It's my fire flower. I have to be very careful with my fire flower. Oh, okay. Just like I said, be very careful with my fire flower. It falls out of the pot very easy, so I'm thinking about maybe super gluing it in or using putty or something to seal it in there. Pack it in there somehow. But yeah, I'll figure out something. But yeah. I also have a Glaceon magnet, a pixel art Glaceon. I love pixel art. Perler beads, I guess they're called. Yeah. Don't piss me off, guys.
When do the Extreme Club come back out?
I'll pack it over here. What if Luffy could take someone else's hockey and deal it out? Did extension cord Chan ever come to fruition? Nobody ever sent me any fan art of extension cord Chan. From the last live stream, we were talking about Rule 34 and like if it exists in porn, and I had to search for I was packing for Tekko and I had this extension cord, and I was like, I wonder if there's an extension cord Chan, like someone made a porn out of extension cords, and I haven't saw. Nobody has sent me artwork, but if you have artwork of extension cord Chan, send it to me. Have you ever had a girlfriend? I've had one. What if Luffy, Ace, Sabo went together to be pirates? Then it'd be awesome. My school has elementary, middle, and high school together. It was all different buildings for us. The building that I had middle school in was like 100 years old. They tore it down.
On what?
The middle school building is it's connected to the high school.
You ain't seen me blazed up?
Separate buildings, so
man, I was fried.
Just wandering around with the high schoolers. It's still like a
Last week I was toasted, no strudel.
What the fuck type of school is that? Yeah, all of them, because like elementary school students are walking around next to high school students. That doesn't seem fun. You seem really out of it today. You okay? I'm fine. I actually feel really pretty okay today. I got home back and just got everything sorted. It was kind of shitty out today, which sucked. It snowed today. Fucking snowed today. It was like 70 when I was in Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, the whole story I was going to tell you. We went to this fancy restaurant, okay? And it was called the Tent. And it was in the cultural district of Pittsburgh. And it's right across the street from the con. So last year, this year,
Hey, I'll be done.
Cultural district of Pittsburgh. It's a nice night out, warm. Let's go eat somewhere nice.
Should be a late stream.
So we're looking at all our options. We're going to the 10
We go back to last night. You'll be able to tell by the thumbnail. The thumbnail should have me. Oh shit. How the hell I lose the fucking toes, bro? Well, he can kill. It's cool.
They're giving us fancy water. They were in bottles and shit before them. So we ordered these burgers that were fucking delicious. They had like eggs on, like bacon and eggs on this burger, and it's like oh my god, it's horrible. But keep in mind, I was walking around a con all day, and I barely ate anything all day. I had a croissant for breakfast and like a chicken wrap. And that's like all I had to eat all day. So I get to this restaurant at like 8 o'clock. I'm starving. I'm like fucking bacon, plus a burger, plus eggs, and all this. Oh my god, the fries at this fucking place.
Coffee?
Might very well be the best damn fries I've ever had in my life. I'm not shitting you. Like, the fries were so good, I thought ketchup might actually make them taste worse. Past tense. But it's like, I tried them with ketchup and without, and I'm thinking, I think they actually taste better without ketchup. They were so delicious, like freshly cut potatoes. Oh my lord. So if you're ever in Pittsburgh, and if you're ever in the fucking cultural district, eat at the 10 penny. Seriously, you won't disappoint if you get the fries there. Holy crap, that was delicious. It was kind of expensive, but you expect that, but it was really good.
Bro, how am I getting caught by fucking toes, bro? Hot dogs got me tired.
Mushrooms, onions, pineapple. I know. I like it. That's good pizza right there. OPM is back. Yeah, I'm actually seeing an uptick on all my One Punch Man reviews because all my character discussions. That was my plan the whole time. That was the master plan. Exactly. Wait. Do I have my glasses? Do I have my nerd glasses that I can use as my Eisen glasses up here? Yeah, I do. Exactly as planned.
According to plan, head ass.
Exactly.
Fuck me when you're streaming all night. I'm tired of shit.
But no,
So I'm done with Senkaimon. I'm going to sleep.
those S-class
Probably for like 30 minutes or so. I set an alarm.
when I started those, I finished them.
I'm tired.
And I'm thinking, man, these are really cool videos. I can't wait until season 2 comes out, and then those videos might actually get a lot more views. And they are. So that's cool. One Punch! What is my worst school memory? Oh, God. You're really trudging up. It's like, we want you to suffer! That was awkwardly cool. Now, I think just take the cool part out. That was awkwardly.
Zach, bro, I want to help you, bro. Trust me, I'm just tired, bro.
What is it, like a sexy pineapple girl or something?
You ain't even send me information yet, bro.
Well, I guess I'm jerking it to a pineapple tonight. I've done it to weirder things.
I'm on 31, long. Alright. Camera off. I want y'all to see me sleeping.
Yeah, I
Go crazy.
honestly, I am, really. Like, whenever something happens to me that's pretty shitty, I always just kind of like, well, I mean, if it's something that couldn't be avoided, or if it's something that wasn't my fault, or if it's something I can't change, you just kind of have to roll with it, you know? Like, you don't really have a choice in that matter. Like, the parking thing, it's like, oh, well, I got lost in Pittsburgh. I'm like, well, shit, I got lost. All right. All roads are connected. No use. Because my mom is terrified of driving in the city. Like, if my mom was driving and she missed her exit, she would panic. Like, fucking literally. Like, she would start freaking out. Like, she would think, my mom has this weird...
Hi, Vanessa. How you doing? Corn don't get his sleep. You sure no good. You taking a nap?
All roads.
No, baby, but okay,
all
Jay.
roads connect, Mom. It's like, okay, you missed that exit. You'll find
What you mean you can't believe me, bro?
eventually loop back around if you figure out the way to go. You're not going to end up in Ohio or something, you know? So I took the wrong road, and I'm like, okay, I'm in unfamiliar territory. I'm in a city I really don't know all that well, and now I took a wrong turn, and I'm on a road I know nothing about. I'm just going to have to follow my GPS, and I'll eventually end up where I need to be.
Trying to get some orbs. Yeah, okay.
Driving out of Pittsburgh, there was a crash on 376, and I was at a standstill for about 20 minutes off ramp, just 20 minutes, not moving at all. And eventually I got done, and I got out of that, but there was really heavy rainfall. There was like a tornado warning, and it was really heavy rain coming out of Pittsburgh, and my car, I mean, it was raining enough to where my car was sliding. I hydroplaned a little bit. It wasn't fun getting out of Pittsburgh, but I just kind of like, just gotta go through it, just gotta calm down. No, very rarely is panicking about a situation going to make that situation better. That's the one thing I always tell myself whenever something really bad happens in my life. It's just like, okay, is panicking gonna do anything to help this situation? No? Alright, then just roll with it, because it's happening, you just gotta figure out some way to fix it, or if you can't fix it, you just gotta figure out how to cope with it, because, yeah. Hydroplane, I love that word. Yeah, it sounds cool. It's not fun when you actually do it, when your car is just like, ah, you know, like, and it wasn't bad, it was just, it's when the water gets under your tires and you skid, and you can't really control your car for a little while there. So, not fun. You've never been to a panicking contest. Yeah, but no, my worst high school memory, holy shit. It was probably the time that I had a girl I had a crush on. It wasn't Manga Girl. It was the girl I liked before her. It was my first crush ever.
Bro, what's
First
up,
girl
Ward?
I had a crush on. Let's call her. I change her name every time I tell the story. Let's call her Marie. Not even close to her real name, but Marie. it wasn't Zoe either. Zoe was a girl I never. Actually, funny fact. Like a week after I told that Zoe story, I ended up running into her at Walmart, and I didn't say hi to her because we were never friends and we never talked. So yeah, she probably doesn't even remember. But I'm like, oh, her, cool. All right. So I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. This is the one moment in high school where I didn't genuinely feel like that was just the shittiest day. And you know, I've had moments in high school where I've had awkward moments with girls. I've asked girls out, and they've just turned me down flat, and it's like, well, that sucks. But this was probably the worst. Okay, so I had my YouTube channel at this point, and all I had on my YouTube channel really was my medieval reviews and the 13 Nights of Horror. Do you know what the 13 Nights of Horror are? That was my first year on YouTube. I started YouTube in May of 09. And October of 09, I love Halloween. So, and I love Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, the series that James used to do. He doesn't do them anymore because he did 10 of them, and that's good enough. But I love that, like a new video every day in October. So I thought, I'm going to do the 13 Nights of Horror. So I'm going to do 13, you know, from the 18th to the 31st, I'm going to do 13 videos, right? And the videos, this is where, like, the mask guy shows up, and he locked me in my closet. Of course, the mask guy is me, so he has to play. I'm playing as him, of course. I was wondering what the hell that was at first. I thought that was, like, a bug that landed on my monitor. This, like, brown swatch. And it turned out to be, oh, it's their hand.
I'm tired.
Like, all right, like, whoa.
Trying to go as fast as I can.
So,
I'm like, stop.
Anyway.
Just go to 40, call it good.
The 13 were very, very cringy. I mean, even by my standards, they're cringy as shit. You know, because I'm literally wearing a blanket and a hockey mask over my head. And doing, like, there's one where I'm doing, like, a silly dance. And I'm just, you know, it's just really, really awkward as shit. And I didn't really care at this point about...
Wow, I'm so tired. I died with Senkaimon Aizen, bro. I'm nigga tired of shit. I'm trying to keep it together, man. Lean back, no fat Joe.
So I was like, fuck it, you just gotta own it after a while. So I made all these videos, and I kind of knew that there were people in the school that were watching them, and they were just laughing at them and just making fun of me, and I didn't like it. I had fun doing them. So I get to school one day, and I'm in study hall, okay? And I sit down next to my friend Mike, okay? And Mike's a cool dude, and I'm talking to him, right? And Mike tells me, he's like, hey, that girl that you told me you liked, and I'm like, oh, Marie. And he's like, yeah, her. I had her, she was in one of my classes earlier this day, and she was talking about you. Now listen, this Marie girl we're talking about, she was really popular. She was probably the prettiest girl, one of the prettiest girls in my entire grade. Like, she was super cute. A lot of guys liked her. I wasn't the only one. You know, and so when you hear that your crush is talking about you, you're like, you know, you're like, oh my god. So
No, don't like that, Techie.
oh, did we die? Did the stream die? Are we still on? I think we're still done. I'm still watching my. I guess we're still
Fuck
going.
me,
I'm a little
man.
bit fuzzy, but I'm still watching myself up there. So I'm going.
Tired of shit.
Oh yeah. Some people in here.
The good thing is, though, if I do go to sleep
know. I mean,
now,
like, I'm getting new people all the time that are coming in and leaving. So, you know. So, Mike tells me this. Like, Marie was talking about you, and I'm like, what did she say? And Mike, he says, oh, it wasn't something that good, so I shouldn't tell you. And I'm like, well, why did you tell me that? You know, why did you even bother telling me that she was talking about me if you weren't even going to say it?
nigga
You
Techie,
know,
bro.
you've gone past
Loud
the
as
point
shit.
of no return now, man. You got to tell me. You should have just kept your mouth shut if that was the freaking... So, I have to, like, convince him. I'm like, Mike, come on, just tell me what Marie said. Tell me, come on. And then finally he tells me. He's like, okay, but don't be mad at me. I'm like, I'm not going to be mad at you. Just tell me what you fucking said. He's like, well, she was talking about your YouTube videos. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, shit. I was honestly, though, I gotta tell you, I was
You
kind of
taking loud
relieved
as
at the
fuck,
same
bro.
time because I knew it. Immediately, I knew she was gonna be
Maybe
like,
because I'm
okay,
sleepy.
she's not gonna
He
like me
louder than I
anymore.
think he
But at the
is.
same time, I was like, at least she wasn't gonna like make fun of my face. She could have been like, oh yeah, Matt is ugly as shit. You know, like I'm like, okay, at least it wasn't that. That probably would have hurt a lot more. But yeah, apparently what Marie said, she was in another class talking to some of her friends about my channel, and she said that it was really, the way Mike phrased it was, this is her quote, well this is me, this is Mike quoting Marie, and then me remembering what Mike said 10 years ago. So take this with a grain of salt. But this was the quote. I thought it was like really fucking weird how he like just talked to himself and just ran around his house. It was really weird. And now that's actually not that bad. I mean, I've gotten comments over the 10 years I've been doing YouTube. I've gotten comments that were way more inflammatory than that. That is lowball. That is nothing. That's almost a compliment, you know? But I'm like 17, 16, 17. No, I'd have been like 16 probably. I'm 16 years old, in high school, very low self-esteem, very much introverted, and I was really proud of my YouTube channel, despite how small it was. And this girl that I really had a crush on said that she thought it was really weird of what I was doing. That really didn't make me feel too good. So I kind of felt like shit the rest of the day. But I didn't stop doing what I was doing. And she was, you know, I talked to her since then. And she's nice, she's fine. But you know, just that one day though was kind of shitty. In terms of just like the shittiest I felt like walking out of school and going home that night, that was probably one of the worst. I mean, yeah, that's also something to keep in mind because this is something that Mike told me that she said, and I don't, this is 10 years ago. This is 2009, maybe early 2010 we're talking about here. So my memory on this is not going to be perfect.
Fuck you.
But, you know, I still kept doing videos. And I'm here now, so, okay.
What is that, bro?
Yeah, I had a girl tell me I was ugly to go to prom in front of the entire class. Oh, do you mean like you asked her to prom, and in front of in front of everybody, and in front of everybody she called you ugly? What the fuck? Yeah, I never had anything like that. I never had anything that traumatic. Good lord. That would be as awkward as like, you know, you're at like, imagine you're at like a sporting event, like you're at a football game or a basketball game, and you get on your
Fuck
you
me.
propose to your fiance.
Look at them for the quest, tired ass.
Whatever,
Man, this shit crazy.
and they're like, no. And it's like, you embarrassed. It's like, okay, could you have at least said yes and then waited until we were out of the arena and then said, okay, I said yes because I didn't want to embarrass you in front of 500,000 people, but I'm not. You know, like, at least that's the right answer, all right? It's
5 more to
like,
go to them.
holy shit, man. It's like, would you have rather me said no?
Bro, I'm tired, bro. I'm dying and shit
and
because
30,000 people,
my brain's shutting off, on and off.
or would you have rather me just lied in that situation? I think that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Oh. I started going out with a girl, and the next day I walked into class, and the entire class started laughing because it turned over as being fine. Yeah, I remember a few rumors about. There's always been rumors about that. Those will be to the end of time that are like, you know, so and so is lesbian, so and so is bisexual. You know.
Bro, I died again, bro. Oh, I'm so tired, bro. Can't even beat a fucking quest.
I should just do this and maintain like this pose, strike the pose, and when we freeze, I'm like stuck like this. If any other character would have a little I mean, I want Shanks to have a little D. I'm pretty sure he does, but I want him to have it, like confirmed. Vote. out here. Sometimes it's like same sex, sometimes it's both sexes, sometimes it's the opposite sex. Just as long as it's consenting adults, go for it. It shouldn't even. This shouldn't even be a fucking discussion. This shouldn't even be like a thing that you need to like have laws for. Just be like everybody just fucks who they want to fuck as long as it's consensual. And it's I guess you would have to have a law in that sense there. Because we have to keep pedophilia and shit. There has to be stuff against that and rape, obviously. But beyond that, then just go for it.
Go that again, bro.
Boss. Yep.
I'm tired as fuck, bro. I keep dying in the same spot, bro. Alright, I'm setting up now.
My mom, when she gave me the sex talk, all she told me was, when two people get together, there's a lot of love, maybe. I'm like, that's not really specific. You're not really helping me out, Mom, with the particulars here. Like, okay, so here's a father, here's a mother, they just through like symbiosis, a baby just pops into existence. Like, come on, man.
Porn playing with one half open and shit. Go ahead, get you a couple hours in so you don't pass out on us. Yeah, okay. I enjoyed taking one-on-one when we were in Bleach manga, but now he's just annoying. Like he just makes random videos say relevant. Shit, that shit work.
Obviously, I'm not in that camp, so it's just like we're animals.
Taking a homie.
We're gonna be a little bit more civilized about it because we have brains and we have society. We have to keep society. We can't just like go around and have massive orgies with whoever we want. We can't just go up to the streets and just obviously there have to be rules for that in place. But beyond that, it's not too far off from symbiosis. Yeah, right. So I have the general idea.
Wow.
Gay? No, I'm not. My mom gave me the sex talk.
Bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I wanna go to sleep. I keep getting fucking clapped, man. Oh, I'm too tired for this shit.
That's the thing, like, what happens if you have like a 3-year-old kid that asks you a baby?
About to say fuck it and just quit.
Are you gonna tell him straight out?
If you sleep now, you would more than likely wake up when the banner drop. I know, right?
You have him, and she has him, and then it's like, like,
I was gonna take a quick little nap, bro. Well, caught it that time. I was falling asleep again. Caught it. He almost had me again. I was there. I was closing.
Stork. Yes. How to traumatize a kid? You see, I don't think that would traumatize a kid, though. I don't think telling you a basic biological.
Where we going with tech? Oh, you buffing. The homie.
I think one of the funny faces in his camera. I donated earlier, you can answer my question. get back to the super chat before I end it. What a terrible. Well, that's a horse of a different color there. Oh yeah, he might have lived under Alvaro Pizarro, the corrupt king. Yeah, that just depends on whenever he got thrown into hell down. Fun fact, Pizarro was the only one that was not mentioned by Ivankov. Ivankov mentioned all these people in level 6. Ivankov mentioned Vasco Shaw and San Juan Wolf, Katarina Devon, but didn't mention Alvaro Pizarro. So he might have actually got put in there recently, like within the last few years. Awesome. Hashtag technotafurry. It's common sense. Before I sleep, say no. Oh shit! I forgot to show you the other amazing thing I did when I went to freaking Tecmo. Where did I? Oh, they're up here. So Erica.
Oh, clear that sleepy shit.
Eric Linebacker does the voice of Katana for Persona, because I'm a huge Persona fan.
Alright, you gonna go to 40, fuck it.
Many of them I'm wearing. I have a few on my phone that I need to take off, but I'll show you just the ones on my Twitter here if you haven't seen them. One of them actually got really popular. The Katakuri one got really popular. So I'll just look at my Twitter here. Oh yeah, we were doing this hashtag thing today. It was thank you, Oda. And it was just like, thanks, Oda, for all the great shit you do. And I participated, and everyone's like, wait. There's something going on? Is Oda dead? I'm like, no, he's fine. He's okay. It's just we're thanking him today. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, this one right here, Katakuri, it's got like 1.6 thousand views. So I'm wearing my Persona outfit right here. You can actually see the drawing that I have, this artwork that was signed by her, because I was just coming from her signing when I took this picture. That was a great Katakuri, by the way. Most people tend to be, by the way, most people are criticizing my fucking shoes for this tweet. They're like, well, that's great, but someone.
Oh, got polarized.
Okay, listen. I'm not one to I don't really care. Those shoes are fucking awesome. I don't see a single problem with those shoes. They're comfy. They have really sweet ends on them. They're sneakers. I've been wearing those shoes for like a better part of over a year. I love those fucking things. I don't care what you're saying. You are never gonna convince me that is not cool. I think right there, that is whenever I slip those shoes on, I feel like a cool motherfucker. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, they were very comfy to walk. I have the dress shoes, but I'm not walking around in dress shoes all day. So it's that. So anyway, yeah, I wear Persona and everything.
Look at this shit. Dying on the booty floors, bro. Wait till I'm done with this shit.
Who voices Kawakami, the teacher in Persona 5. And I have my Persona 5 tarot cards that I got. So I'm on a mission now to go and try to get every single one of their signatures. All the voice actors that played the characters in the game, I'm going to try to get their signatures on their respective cards. So there's like 20 of them though. So there's a lot of cards. But yeah, and she also plays Rukia. Yes, of course, she plays Rukia. So this was the Hermit card that this is Futaba's card. So I got Erica to sign that, and she was really nice. She was great. She was having fun. She was I'll tell you that story after this, but yeah, when I got up to her, Erica was like, keep on your toes, Matt. And I'm like, yep, let's do this, yeah. Because I didn't want to. I'll tell you the story after. So then Michelle Ruff plays Rukia, and that was awesome. I'll tell you that story in a second when I met her. That was trippy. I was like, that was when I met her. It was so fucking weird when she's there, like you're in line, you're waiting for your autograph, and people are in front of you talking to her, and you can hear her voice, and it's like fucking Rukia's voice right in front of me. It's so trippy. It's like, damn. So anyway, she
Wow,
And
what the fuck?
my one friend Phil
Come on, man. I'm so tired.
and he was going to get
Dude, I'm dying on the bootiest fucking floors.
and the white Power Ranger, and the red Power Ranger, and the black Power Ranger, and the red Power Ranger again, and the, did he play Power Ranger?
And I'm sitting up too. It's not like I'm laying down. I'm sitting up for the most part.
And it's funny, you can actually make a team of 5 Power Rangers just with Tommy alone. But he went to go get his autograph one year, and he was in line for like 2 hours. It was insanity. So, the problem, SAC anime, I know exactly what, if you've been to an anime convention, you know exactly what I mean. It's like, you basically have to make a decision. It's like, do you want to walk around the con and do you want to see panels, or do you want to forfeit 2 to 3 hours waiting in a line for an autograph? Because you might actually have to wait that long. And I always decided not to make that decision. I'm just like, you know, it would be really cool to get their autographs, but I think there's a lot of other cool stuff I can see around here, stuff to buy, panels to see, Q&A sessions, photo opportunities, just hanging out with my friends. You know, I'm not going to stay in line. So, this year though, this happened like, okay, so I got the premium pass this year. There's like 3 levels of pass that you can get. The general admission pass, the premium pass, and then there's like the press pass, okay? And there's like 3 levels. And normally when I get my pass, I just get general. But this year I actually got my pass earlier because the premium pass is only like 10 or 15 bucks more than the regular, but it sells out really fast. So by the time I usually buy my pass, it's already gone. But this year I bought it like a month or 2 in advance, so the premium passes were still available. They were running out, but they were still available. So I bought a premium, and I forgot that I bought a premium. I bought my ticket like 2 months ago. I get to Teco, I go up to the registration, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you have a premium pass with us." I'm like, "I do? Oh yeah, that's right, I do." So I have it over here. Hold on. So I got premium pass, and I'm like, I didn't know what this did. Like, I just got it, and I'm like, what? Okay. And at first, all I thought is they gave me some extra swag. They gave me people that got the premium pass and above, they actually give you a Teco swag bag with a official Teco thermos and hockey. They gave you free hockey. And so at first I was like, oh, okay, they just give you a free thing. But something I didn't realize, I'm going through the schedule of events, and I'm going through these schedules, and I'm like seeing Michelle Ruff has a autograph signing at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's for all that's for everybody. And then the line is, like I said, the line super long. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm not waiting in line that long. And so I scroll down and I see, oh, she has another autograph signing at 7. And I'm like, oh, that's only for premium guests. Yeah, wait. So I freak out, and I'm like, holy shit, so holy shit! I can actually get her autograph without waiting in line for like 4 hours. Holy crap! So I get super freaking crazy hyper with
Bro,
and I go to
bro.
Erica's signing.
I'm so fucking close to being done, and then I get sleepy.
And then I went to Michelle's, and I had to wait a little bit longer for that one. I waited about half an hour, 40 minutes, about 40 minutes for hers, because the line was still relatively long. But I met some really cool people all in the line. In front of
Hope
me
you're right, bro.
was, I didn't know this, but Michelle Ruff also voiced Luna from Sailor Moon, the cat. I didn't know that. So there was a lady cosplaying as Serena in like her wedding gown, like when she's the Moon Princess. So she was cosplaying in front of me. She was with her boyfriend, and she had a Luna plushie. So I was talking to her, and she was really cool. They lived around the area. So it went fast. It was like 40 minutes. It went fast. I finally got up to Michelle. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, this was the first year I'd ever gotten autographs, and it was the first year I also ever really talked to voice actors, like one-on-one. And it was really kind of this moment where I'm like, okay, Matt, don't fuck this up. You know, like, just don't say something stupid. Don't say that. One thing, you want to keep the line moving. I mean, you don't want to say like, hi, I love you, you're my biggest fan. I'm your biggest, oh, damn it, I swear, like, I didn't want that to happen, you know? I didn't want that to happen. So I'm like, all right. So I'm kind of planning out in my head. With Erica, I mean, it was one thing, she was great. But I only really knew her from Persona. But Michelle was different, because Michelle, I mean, Rukia is like, you understand, one of my favorite anime characters, period, that I've been watching for over a decade. So that's a little bit more significant. You know, it's a little bit more heavy. So with Michelle, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna fuck this up. And I didn't fuck it up. You're like, oh, Matt, you fucked it up, didn't you? I'm like, no, I didn't. Okay. So I got up to Michelle, and the Serena cosplayer and everybody, they go through, they sign what they need to sign, and then I get up to Michelle. And
All right, one more to go, y'all.
Michelle, nice to meet you finally. And she's like, hi, how are you? And she's really nice. And I said, you know, Ruby is one of my favorite characters. I gave her, I was actually getting something signed for somebody else, and then something signed for me, and I gave a card. There you go. And then I just said to her, like, oh, this is your card from Persona when you played Kawakami. Sign that. And she's like, yeah,
Congratulations, bro.
and after that, I just said, all right, thanks, see you, bye.
Damn, it's already 10 o'clock. Oh my gosh.
I was like, I wasn't afraid to do anything else. I'm like, I'm not going to fuck this up. I'm not going to sit here and go on this long tirade. Like, I have this YouTube channel, and I talk about anime, and Ruki is my favorite character, and I love her so much, and thank you for doing this, because I wouldn't be doing YouTube. Like, I could have gone on this long tirade, but I'm like, dude, there are people waiting. And something else I noticed with Michelle is she looked pretty tired. She looked kind of white. Like, she talked, and you know, she was nice, but you could just tell she was exhausted. And I don't blame her, because she was doing panels, and like, she had an autograph signing right before this, and that was the big one. That was an autograph signing that lasted like hours, and now she has to do this, and I'm like, yeah, I would be pretty whipped too. So I'm just gonna say hi, thanks for doing what you're doing, and I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah. But it was awesome meeting her. It really was. Who is Michelle? Michelle Ruff, who voices Rukia in Bleach, as well as Kawakami in Persona, and she voices Yoko Lindner in Gurren Lagann. They have, when you approach them, they have like prints that you can buy there. What you do is you buy a print, and then, you know, you pay for it right there. There's usually like her assistants that you know, they handle the money and everything, and then you get her to sign it. There's usually, I mean,
Is that the monkey?
there's no limit to the things that.
Toad, I don't think I'll run pink.
Sometimes voice actors are really big sticklers with that, like they'll only sign certain kinds of merchandise. But the two that I went to, Erica's and Michelle, like, I mean, as long as you're not bringing up, like, I want you to sign this and this and this and this and this and this and my top and my baby. No, that would be ridiculous. But you know, 2 or 3 things I think is a good number. So I had her sign 2 things for me. So, and then I got something from Erica from Futaba. I got a print of Futaba, but it's downstairs. I didn't really have any place to put it up here yet, so I kept it downstairs. But yeah, that was a good experience there. My friend, here's another story. This wasn't about me, but okay. So later that night, there were some interesting things that happened. So Tecco has a concert later that night. Saturday night at 9 o'clock, they have a concert, and after the concert, there's a race. Okay? And how was Tecco Con? Talking about that right now, but thanks for asking. I just talked about that, yeah. Did you sign my balls? Erica actually retweeted, not retweeted it, but she commented on it. Hold on, let me pull it up. That was actually awesome when she did that. So Erica plays Futaba. Like, I met Futaba today! And she actually responds like, you did? I'm like, awesome! Sounds cool. But anyway, so I've never been there Saturday night. I'm always there last year we went Friday and we left Saturday afternoon. And all the years before that, we were only there for Saturday for one day. We left at like 6 or 7. That was when I went with the anime club at the college, so we had to get back at a certain time. So this was the first time I was there Saturday night. And every year, I always hear about the dance and the rave. It's a rave. So this is the first year we actually go.
Alright, y'all, this last one is 40.
We go eat out at the tent. We go eat at that fancy restaurant I talked about, the burgers and things. And then we leave that place, and it's like almost 9 o'clock. And my friends want to go to this concert. And I forget the band. It was a Japanese band that was playing in, this was like their first trip to America. I forget the name of the band. But anyway, we're going back into the con, and as we're walking in, there's obviously a security guard to check that we have badges to make sure you don't just walk in without a badge without paying. And I left my fucking badge at the hotel. And I'm like, shit. And they're like, oh no. Now I could have raised a huff and I could be like, oh, but I came in here early. I didn't, no, fuck that. I was like, you know, guys, go to concert. I'm gonna go back to the hotel to get my badge. And like I said, the hotel's right across the street, not a big deal. And so I go back to the hotel. I get
You're clap still, man.
It was a long day, walking around, standing in lines. My legs hurt. I just got finished eating a giant burger and the best fries ever. So after a while, I was just like, you lay down. Those beds at the hotel, man, they were soft. They were like, oh. So I just kind of laid down in the bed and I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, it's like 9:15 and the concert's already started at this point. And I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna lay here for a while. So I'm laying there for a while. And then around like 10 till 10, the rave starts at 10, right after the concert. The concert is in the stage area, and then after the concert's over, there's the rave. Okay? And the rave goes on until like early in the morning. I mean, it just keeps pumping, you know. So you missed the concert. I did, but concerts are not really my thing. I mean, unless it's like a band that I really, really love. And this was some band, and my friends Zach and Sean went to it. They liked it. They loved it. But I have a story to tell you about this. So I'm like, fuck the concert. I'll just go to the rave. Okay, I'll go to the fucking rave. So I text Zach that. I'm like, you guys have fun. I'll meet you outside the stage at 10 o'clock, or like right before 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock comes around. I get up. I leave. I'm still kind of sore, but I'm like, all right, let's go find out what this is all about. So I go into the stage area. And first thing is, there's a huge line, like a line that's like let's say this is the entrance to the stage. It goes, it's one of these. It's one of those kind of lines where they have like the barriers and you're just super long line. So because I'm like, it's a rave. It's a fucking giant-ass concert hall. Why not just let the doors open and just everybody file in? But then I started thinking, probably not a good idea to do that. Like, not a good idea. It's probably a good idea.
Oh, done?
But anyway.
I beat it.
So I meet up with my friend Zach, right? And my friend Zach tells me about, he actually had a bad experience.
I fell asleep, I think.
The autograph. So I had a good experience
Nope.
getting my autographs from the voice actors, but apparently when he went to the concert and the band, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the band's name, but after the concert was over, the band was
Oh, you up, big fella.
it was very different than the way the voice actors handled autographs.
I'm trying, man. It's just not working out, man.
It's like, they will only sign this type of merchandise. They will not sign anything else. And my friend Zach, I guess, like the band themselves were really nice. They were nice to my friend and everybody. They were cool with it. But the way Zach told this story was he went to go, because this was the first time he had ever really been in this situation, like going to get a band's autograph, and I think he said something.
Bro, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was in the poison puddle? This is some bullshit, bro. I was inside of the poison puddle, bro. This is ridiculous. I just want to take a nap, man.
The manager of the band kind of was like, and Zach kind of had to awkwardly like, and then just walk away. Because he was like, can you sign my Techo badge? And the manager's like, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, because he's telling me this story, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, like, what the hell? Like, why would I'm not blaming the band, because I don't even remember the fucking name. But I'm like, because I didn't go to the concert. But I'm like, why would anybody do, like, okay, you want to be fans of us? That's fine, but we don't sign everything. I'm like, how about you just have it like one item? That seems fair, because once again, you got to keep the line moving. You can't have like, oh, sign this, and sign this, and sign this. But why can't it just be like one item per person?
Down goes
Sign my
Frazier.
shirt, sign this picture, sign my arm, just good, later, bye. Like, it doesn't do anything to anybody. Why you gotta be such of a stickler about it? I don't get it. Myth and Roy. That was it. Myth and Roy. I wasn't there for the concert. I hear the concert was pretty fucking kicking. I hear it was awesome. The band themselves were really nice, but apparently, just the way that they handled autographs, I disagree with that. But hey, that's not for me. I don't know. So I
The
wasn't
fuck?
there.
What happened?
That's the story my friend told me. It's all about buying their merch.
Bro, what the hell is going on? Bro, I need to end this shit, bro. I'm tripping. I'm dying. Time is ticking.
Where are you from? You want a picture? I'll take a picture with you. I wasn't like, nobody asked me for my autograph, but if someone asked me for my autograph, I would have autographed it for them. I would have sent it to them. I would have given it to them. I wouldn't have been like, oh, okay, you want my autograph? $10. Or I'm only going to autograph authentic teching 101.
Bro, I died again, bro. Why do this keep happening? I'm so tired. I keep dying.
I looked them up on Twitter.
I keep dying, bro. I can't be that sleepy, bro. I'm dying over and over and over and over again.
I never saw Overlord, so that would explain that, yeah. But yeah, the band themselves, perfectly fine.
Keep me awake, eyes. Wow, that time he actually hit me with the special.
Did you ever get recognized? Yeah, I got recognized. Let's see here. I'll go down the pictures. I'm not going to show you the pictures because they're, I don't know, privacy now. I got, one, two, three, four, five, excuse me, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. 9 times. Actually, more than that. Waiting out waiting outside of the stage for the rave, there was a fan that was dressed by Gala, and I did get a picture with him. I didn't have to take him. I didn't have to show that one in until my time to show that.
Dude, I missed the fucking button.
And watching the videos inspired me to get back to the drawing. It's all it was, man. That was really fun. And then there's another guy that was a fan of me that I met to outside when I was waiting to get Michelle's autograph. I was waiting outside this guy there, and he was pretty cool. He was ready to get probably like 10 or 11 people. I'm sure there were more people that would have recognized me because there's thousands of people watching all this stuff. Yeah, so I guess Myth and Roy are really well known. If I would have, I never watched Overlord. I guess if I saw Overlord, I'd be like, fucking Myth and Roy are here! I didn't do that, unfortunately. So I guess that's a missed opportunity for me. Sorry, but hey, once again, I missed it. Next year, maybe they'll have a band that did one of the OP openings. We'll see. But anyway, Rave. Okay, so I didn't get waiting in line for the Rave. The Rave is set to start at 10.
Nigga is bro, this is crazy, bro. I'm going to the boss room and just stop playing.
Single file, just, oh, cool, how you doing? Yeah, that's somebody I met, and I remember you. You were cool. You were the one that was cosplaying as Deku, right? Yeah, you were cool. So, we're waiting in line at this rave, and like I said, it's a really long line. And, it's just not moving. It's just the line is stuck. It's me and Zach. Sean is in line too, but he's way over on this other side. He's buried amongst people. We can't even see him. And so we're waiting in line for 45 fucking minutes. 45 minutes. And it's like, by the time, we're not even halfway through the line yet. Like, it's one of those things where they'll like let a bunch of people in and then stop for 10 minutes. And then let a bunch of people in and then stop. But the amount of people they were letting in,
I could do that shit again,
how
bro.
long the line was. It
Come on, man.
it felt like we were just standing still.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I was just like done. My legs were fucking throbbing from all day, and I'm like, I'm not in a rave mood right now. They hand out glow sticks, so I had glow sticks and shit on me, but I'm like, I am not in a rave mood right now. And the hotel has this really nice pool and a sauna, and I wanted to do that before I went to bed, and I'm like, it's like almost 11, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I say to Zach, I'm just like, fuck. We just leave. So we just literally leave the fucking rave. We don't even go to the rave.
Another.
Exhausted for the day and done with just standing in this line with a bunch of sweaty nerds all day. And most of the
Bro, how?
actually wasn't a lot of problems with that.
Really?
The cons, sometimes you get
This is
like
some bullshit now, bro.
a people and it's really sweaty and
Especially not even full screen.
that happened this time. That's actually really nice. So, yeah, we just left the rave and we went back to the hotel and we went to the pool and the sauna. And the sauna was really nice. It was like
This shit make me not even want to go to sleep no more, man.
and then after that we went back up. But I passed out because after the steam room, I'm like, oh, my body feels like it weighs. Like I just felt so good after that. I'm just like, I'm just gonna go to bed, and I did, and it was fine. I had a good night. Me and Zach, we walk into the fucking sauna.
I'm up.
And there's just an old dude in the sauna, like 65-year-old man, bald, and just a towel over his fucking business. Like no swimsuit, just a towel, just in the sauna. And we walk in and sit down, and we're just like, awkward. But he's just like, yeah, I've been in here for about half an hour. The trick is keep your head.
Alright, y'all. Finally done. Finally made it to 40. I'll do the rest later or tomorrow morning, 1 or 2. Sorry for the fucking delay. Man, this just proves how tired I am. Anyways, peace out.